Hey Planty friends, welcome back to another new Planty video. So today, it's going to be more of a chit chat video, but I want to make it pretty fast, short, and easy because this is like more of a broad kind of thing. Like I'm going to be basically giving you guys some tips that I wish I knew from the get-go or I've heard before, because I'm pretty sure people have said it before. I just never heard it. Like, I've never, yeah. So if you're getting into houseplants, or if you already do have houseplants and you just want to like hear it out, that's perfectly fine too. I'm going to be sharing with you some of my top 10 houseplant care tips. And I do got my cup of Joe. That's coffee, right? They call Joe coffee. My morning cup of Joe. I got my coffee because it's gonna be more, like I said, like a relaxing, chatting video. Let's get to it. Okay, so, and I was kind of debating on like walking around and like showing plants and doing plant chores while talking about this, but I realized that I can't do that. I can't do multiple things at once when I'm really trying to like speak about something. So, because I'm not really good on script. I'm more on like what comes out of my head. But this video, I did needed to put bullet points because I'll forget. So I wrote it down yesterday, like just throughout the entire day, like what came up to my head, and I was like, oh, that too, and oh, that too. So that's how this is going to be. So yeah, I hope it's just not bad, you guys. Like I really do hope the angle, the lighting. I mean, it is Christmas time. You see the Christmas trees, the whole host. So yeah. Okay. Number one is know if you're underwater or over water. Basically, some of us like underwater, some of us over water, or you can be both. I'm an underwater kind of person. Usually it's because like you have a lot going on, or you just mentally cannot put that much to it, or you get overwhelmed, or the ratios of you having plants and time for those plants has like overgrown because you like to buy plants, right? So I know there's that other thing of people saying like you should be considerate, like not do impulse buys, this isn't that, but some of us do enjoy and get a boost of dopamine, right? I mean, there's that shopping addiction, right? So I like to go to Lowe's and I like to look at plants, and if I see a plant that I like, or I know it's like hard to find, or it was a good deal, I'm gonna go ahead and snatch it. Even though I know I don't have the space, like I don't know exactly where to put it, I would figure it out. So that's what I do, because there's been so many times when I would find a plant, I'd be like, no, I don't know, I don't really have the space for it, and then I look back and I'm like, oh my god, like I haven't seen this plant for so long. That was my only time I saw it, and I can buy it online, but it's like double, if not triple, or quadruple the price. So now, but yes, if you're in underwater, basically, that's me, girl. I'm still trying to figure it out too. But you gotta know what you are, right? And it's gonna help you down the line to like pick plants that are gonna help you. You can pick any plant that like makes you super duper happy, right? But at the same time, it will make your life a little bit easier if you like know the plants that would thrive the way you would take care of them. And then usually overwater, so people that like have a lot of love to give and they just drown their plants with love. Majority of the time is root rot. You will overwater your plants, but there's a lot of ways. Again, I don't want to make it too confusing, but a lot of people that are overwaterers, they would tend to like put their plants in terracotta, and they would do a faster drainage because like, it would help reducing the chances of getting root rot. Root rot basically is when your roots are sitting in water or in moist soil for a super duper long period of time and they rot. So root rot. And I noticed that some plants are okay sitting in water, but that's a little bit controversial. I usually have my begonias sitting in water and they do perfectly fine. Also my carnivorous plants, but not all plants are built the same, right? So you gotta know, it would be great if you would know, and even then, if you don't have to like, what am I? Like over time, you'll find out if you're in overwater or underwater, and neither of them are a bad thing. It's just gonna help you selecting the kind of plants to look for, and also how to take care of plants, like when you do repottings or picking a specific kind of potting mix. It's gonna help you. For example, like I said, I'm an underwater, which means I don't water my plants a lot, and I put all my plants in terracotta a while, and I did it for the aesthetic. Also, my cat's over here. I did it for the aesthetic, y'all. And then, oh my god, everything was drying out daily. It was just, oh my god, I spit my tongue. It was just so bad. So I'm slowly converting everything to plastic, like to plastic containers, like this one that we just recently did, and it's making my life a lot easier. No, I do have some plants like this one, which I'm gonna try to lift it up for you. My ZZ has been in this terracotta for like I think already a year. ZZs are underwater. I mean, like they like drought conditions. They don't like to stay moist for a long period of time. So, and it is like inside. Like I mean, there's not really. I mean, there's wind, but it's not like being outside. If you put a plant outside in terracotta, it's gonna dry out daily. It's in a corner with the grow light, but it's pretty cool in my apartment. So, it's gonna take a while. Even though it's in terracotta, it's gonna take a while for it to dry out. So I put it in terracotta because it's gonna help it dry a little bit faster. Because ravens or ZZs don't like to stay moist, girl, for a long period of time. So yeah, it's just good to know if you're in underwater or overwater. Also, I'm really sorry, like my words are not coming out right. It's just like I bit my tongue and I keep biting my tongue. I heard like, and I bite my cheek too. I speak too fast, I guess. And I'm drinking coffee, girl. Bye. Anyways, next thing is know your lighting. So I used to live my first apartment. You know, I thought it was gonna be a fast video, but it's gonna be a chit chat video. If you know me, girl, I chit chat a lot. But I hope you enjoy it though, okay? If you're new, and if you got the time, it'll be a vibe. Get a coffee, popcorn, anything you want, cause I don't know once you shut up. Also, I'm gonna put my cat a little bit in the frame, cause he is just the most cutest thing ever, right, Sugar Bunches? He's like, you're on my spot. He likes to be over here because like the windows. But back to the lighting. So lighting is like how much light you're getting into your apartment or your house or your home, right? And the way I kind of forgot a little bit, but like I think the sun rises in the south. I don't even know. But I do know that south-facing windows are like the best windows to have. Which this is south. Theoretically, I will be getting all this light coming in, and it is because like the sun changes. We're in fall, so the sun's a little bit lower, which means there's more. But in the summer and spring goes a little high. The sun rate, so instead of going like this, it goes like that. That makes any sense? And my apartment, they put a little roof over here. So in the summer and the spring, it blocks a lot of my light coming in. But it's okay though. I'm a lot grateful because like I said, in my previous apartment, I had one window. And it was in the bedroom. But there was a building right in front of it. And then the living room did have a source of lighting, but it was the balcony lighting. It was because it was like glass sliding doors, but there was a balcony, so like there was basically any light coming in. So your boy had to like literally have like a collection of 50, I'm being dramatic, but like a lot of grow lights. So if you don't have a lot of lighting and you want to get a plant that's like needs lighting, like a cactus, a succulent, a Hoya, a Quoton, Dracaenas, literally even any plant would thrive in a grow light. You want to know your lighting? If you don't want to spend all that money and you just want to use your natural lighting in your home, it would be good to like if you want your plants to thrive, right? If you're not just using it for decor, you want them to thrive. It would be good to know what kind of lighting you have, so you know what kind of plants to buy. A lot of the plants you would buy, it would usually tell you what kind of lighting they have, or a quick little Google search. You can ask if you're in a local garden center. But if you don't have the best lighting, then get into grow lights, which I think is going to be the next thing. Yep, number 3 is getting grow lights. So, like I said, I wanted a lot of plants, and I wanted all the plants, girl. I had my little Pokemon phase on plants. I was like, if I don't have it, I want each and every single one of AT&T took my money. It was a confirmation of like my AT&T bill. Okay, my computer's at 2%. I'll charge you when it dies. But I wanted all the plants. Like if I didn't have it, I want it. Like that's literally how it was. And a lot of the plants, I realized, okay, I'm gonna go check my computer because like it's gonna die, and then when you guys can hear that, but the wash is gonna start singing for like 2 minutes, so I'll be back. He's not even on the thing anymore. He's not even like, okay. I was stressing because I was like, where am I gonna charge my computer? But I forgot that there's outlets. There was an outlet right there. So yeah. By the way, if you're new, girl, I'm really sorry. You probably left already. But I talk a lot, girl. I always say my channel is like a FaceTime, like we're just chatting. Also, like I said, I'm biting my tongue because I have like bolitas. I freak out, girl. Sometimes I feel like I have cancer, like an STD, but no. Usually what happens, and I just realized I learned this a while back about me. I'm a Mexican. I'm Mexican. And I love hot sauce. I love salt. I love chile. And my tongue don't like it. It gets irritated with the vinegar and the spice. So like on the side, it gets, I guess, inflamed. It gets bothered. So there's that. And girl, then I'm drinking coffee, which is acidic too. It's not gonna help it. But We're gonna go through it. This is not my first rodeo, girl. It'll be fine. Alrighty, so if you want to collect a lot of houseplants, right? Like my mom even tells me this too, so I feel like this video is gonna be relevant. But these are stuff that my mom usually would ask me as well. So I guess there are some people that do have these questions, but um, if you want to get a plant, because my mom even told me like, can I put a lemon tree inside? And I was like, girl, you can put anything inside that you want. The difference is, for example, a lemon tree or like a peach tree, you gotta know that it wants a lot of light, which means you probably need to put down a lot of money to get some really good grow lights, and there's some good grow lights for that, right? But then also you gotta consider that, well, that's a tree. But even then, there's houseplants that are trees. Ficus, burgundy, the variegated ficuses, the fiddle leaves, Johnsonnas. We have a lot of trees in our collections that we don't even know that are actual trees. The thing is, they get used of low light conditions, so they don't grow as fast. But you gotta also understand about the pests, which is also on the list too. But if you wanna get all the plants, invest on some good grow lights, you guys. I know someone asked me. I did have some in the description box, but I was having problems, so I took it down. But I think I put it back up. If not, let me know and I put it in the description box and in the comment section below. A quick little search on Amazon, you can find some really good grow lights. And if you feel unsure, the reviews are always there. So I tell my mom, like, because she'll tell me like, are these good grow lights? And I'm like, I don't know, I've never tried them. But you can usually look at the specs, and if that doesn't work out for you, then you can just look at the reviews, and people would usually tell you. If you don't want to shop online, you can go to a garden center, and they would usually have grow lights, and I'm pretty sure they will sell good stuff as well. Sorry, I saw my bug and I squished it. Dang, my Johnsonnas infested. Oh my god, these mealybugs don't give me a break. Alrighty, so get some good grow lights if you want your plants to thrive, and you want to expand your horizon. You want to like get a lot of different varieties, and some of them require some really really good lighting, especially if you don't have good windows, or if you're like a lot of us that there's already a lot of plants in your windows that you might need to you're running out of space for good natural lighting. So get some good grow lights if you want to. I know there's people that just buy plants for decor purposes, and that was me for a while. Like I was just buying them to like make my apartment feel cozy because I'm always in it. I wanted something that was more life in my apartment, right? And that's why I bought a lot of houseplants. But then I started getting attached to some of them, and then some of them I invest too much money, and I wanted to make sure they were gonna do okay, so I'm using grow lights. But back then, like if the plant, a lot of people buy orchids, and this is perfectly fine. I don't mind. It's controversial, but like I don't really care because like first of all, it's not my money, it's not my business, and then number two, it will degrade in the trash anyways. Or you can just give it away for free, and you'll make somebody else's day, and your hands are gonna be clean. Like you don't gotta worry about that plant no more. So, if you guys buy plants for decor, which if you're watching this video, there's a chance you probably don't. It's okay. You don't really gotta worry about grow lights or lighting, but if you want your plants to thrive, get some good grow lights. Amazon is really really great to buy some up. There's a lot of grow lights. You'll actually get overwhelmed, and there's different lightings too. You're gonna see like different colors. Basically that means is each color on the spectrum promotes a specific thing on the plant, right? So a lot of my grow lights are wide spectrum. Basically means they're like white or warm white, and it will do a little bit of everything. But then I think purple is to promote blossoms, and then blue is to promote foliage. You can look into it. It's something like that. Just look for wide spectrum if you don't really care, not that fancy, that kind of stuff. And I still have orchids, Hoyas, African violets. So people want the flowers, and you can obviously like look into like the kind of lighting color that you want for your houseplants, and that will promote that. So I hope this is really influential. I am not an expert. I can barely pronounce words correctly, but I have been doing this for 5, 6, 7 years already. Outside plants, girl, oh my god, I was doing it since I was a baby, girl. But I live in an apartment for so long, and I just got a little bit of experience, a little bit of wisdom, but I'm learning stuff every single day. And then a lot of the people that do support and watch my videos, they give me a lot of advice and tips, which I'm beyond grateful and blessed that they give me a lot of really, really good information that they have gone through, and they pass it on to me, and then I'm passing it down to you. So that's on grow lights. Number 4 is I put fertilize if you want a jungle girl. Like basically a lot of us don't really fertilize our plants, and I think it's really really underestimated. I mean, you don't got to fertilize your plants, but girl, does it make a difference, right? A lot of us, ooh, there was a cat here. I have a cat. His hairs are everywhere. It's just a spot too, so like it's his territory. But the lighting is so good at it's like, oh my god. Say your words correctly, David. I get really, really excited when I see new growth in my houseplants. I can show you a lot of them, and it makes me super, super happy. It's a really rewarding feeling. Fertilizing it, it's a little bit of labor, but girl, would it give you more of that reward, right? Because it's fertilizer. Um, People have said it before, like you would not just drink water, water, water. You want to eat food too. So do the plants. I know they do make their own food. They photosynthesize, right? They produce, they turn sunlight to glucose. Girl, it's been a while. They make their own food. That's not really bug. They make their own food, and but they also want a little bit of boost. So I see fertilizer like candy, like plants are amazing. They can make their own food by doing photosynthesis. We need to give them water, especially if they're inside. They don't have Mother Nature to give that for them. But the fertilizer, it's like candy. Like when you give candy to a kid, like they get all crazy. So did the plants, girl. Like they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna put out lots of growth for you. Now there is a thing called over fertilizing. Like you would burn your plants if you over fertilize too much. So always look into the packaging and follow the directions. I rarely ever do that, but I've been doing this for a while, so I know what I'm doing a little bit. Watch a plant die on me. No, but yeah, fertilize your plants, girl. If you want to, this is just tips. Fertilize your plants. I bought these pumps, and there's a whole different amount of fertilizer out there. This isn't the kind of video, but there's a lot out there. And I am a basic person. I just go to Walmart. I get that blue powder, aka Miracle Grow, and I just use that. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's everywhere. It's not the best. A lot of people preach on fish fertilizer, and it does wonders to their houseplants. And people that garden outside, they use that too. The thing is, it's staying. I also use my fish tank. That's why I got a fish tank, and because I have calatheas, and calatheas are pretty finicky. Even like kind of fertilizer, they're really sensitive. They're called divas and like stuff like that. And fish tank water it's fertilizer, very faint fertilizer depending on your fish tank, right? Obviously, if it's heavy fertilizer, then maybe you need to clean your fish. Fish tank water is really, really good, and it doesn't have like the kind of minerals like the tap water does, which a lot of calatheas do not like. So it's like the perfect water for calatheas. Now I've been like being lazy. I've been using tap water. My plants have been perfectly fine, but everybody has different kinds of like tap water, like the minerals in our water, depending where you live. But you can use fish tank water if you have a fish tank. That's amazing. You can use Miracle Grow. There's a lot of other good fertilizers out there. The thing is about Miracle Grow that people don't like about it is that fertilizer. There's a lot of things I don't like about them, but specifically talking about the fertilizer is that it kills basically making it very short and simple, it kills the soil. Soil has a good bacteria and stuff like that, and Miracle Grow damages that going on, right? It messes it up. So I still do it. Basically, they say if you do it, no, that's gonna happen, but you gotta start fertilizing because the good stuff on the soil that helps the plant, it's kind of gone, right? It's a little bit damaged. So just keep doing it if you're gonna do it. So I fertilize my plants. They sell a pump too. It's very diluted fertilizer, but Lord, is it easier? Like I have it everywhere. I bought a lot of them. It's kind of expensive, but I had money back then, not no more. And I would just squirt in the morning. Like that's not bad. I would just pump every. Get your mind, the good girl. I just do the thing like that, and the plants when I can, especially my babies, like the ones that I love a lot, that I want to do really, really good. I do that. But yeah, fertilize your plants. Trust, it's very, very rewarding. I don't like doing it either. It's an extra step, but the plants do like it. Or at least do it to the ones that are. I do it when I'm feeling lazy. I at least do it to the plants that are super slow, like a ZZ, a Raven, a Hoya, and then I'll also give a little bit to my babies, like the ones that are really precious to me, like my expensive plants, my bougie plants, right? And it's sad that I have my plants literally like, what do you call that? Like in categories. I was gonna say like there's this term for it, like income wise, like from poor, middle class, upper class. I have that on my plants. I don't even know I was doing that, but I do. And it's because there's some plants that I invest a lot of money on and I want them to do good. Like if they die, I'm gonna get so sad. And then there's some other plants that I can just go to like Lowe's or like Walmart and just snatch one. That's the sad truth, okay? But obviously I want everything to do good. But sometimes I don't have the mental capacity to like fertilize everything. I mean, y'all are seeing a little glimpse of my collection. If you're new, I have a plant room, and that by itself saying that can tell you like how much more I have in the other room. But yeah, fertilize your plants. Number five is it one, two, three, four? Number five is got a new plant, create a house plant insurance. Oh, girl, look at me with my titles. Okay, I'm gonna sip my coffee. Mm, 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 mm. I like my coffee a little bit. I know you can see. You guys can see. Well, my coffee is really, really dark. And with a little bit of sugar, it tastes just like chocolate. And I hate chocolate. But it tastes like burnt chocolate. It tastes like a s'mores kind of chocolate. It's good. I like it and it's effective. Like, my eyes can't focus, girl. My lazy eye might start acting up. Um, so basically, got a new plant, get insurance. There is this thing called plant insurance. It sounds so goofy, but like I swear to God, you're gonna like, if you don't know what this is, you're gonna be so happy you're watching this, okay? Cause girl, like literally, listen, like, plant insurance basically is you get a plant. You can, you get a plant and you propagate it. Okay, you get the new plant and just you chop a little cutting. There's a lot of ways to do it. You get a little cutting, you put in sphagnum moss or in water. Again, do your research. I'm trying. I will tell you, but I will get sidetracked, and I'm trying to stay focused on one thing. So, you'll get a cutting and you put it in water, and you let it root, or you put it in whatever your propagation medium is. Looking at me using my terms. You let it root, and then you have a new plant. It's a small little plant, but it's the same as a mama because you you took a cutting out of her, so she's a mama now. Or daddy, whatever you want to know, whatever. And yeah, so if your mom, oh my god, wow. If the mama or like the main plant that you got, the first plant that you got died, you got a backup. That's basically what plant insurance is. Okay, a lot of people do this. I don't do it to every plant. I do it to plants that are, again, are rare. Now, rare is another controversial term. Oh my god, girl. I gotta say so like this because people, oh my god. Rare, basically, like, it's a plant that you would not see, right? It is uncommon too. I like using the word, oh my god. I just like using the word rare because it's fun and it pisses people off. But usually the correct term would be uncommon, right? In your area. It could be different wherever you live. Or if you just love the plant, right? If you love the plant, or if you don't want to waste so much money in a plant, but you're scared it's gonna die, just take a cutting. Or you can give that plant to a friend and make their, or your mama or your dada, whoever you want to give it to. You can give it to anybody, and technically it's still considered plant insurance if you want to. Hopefully they keep it alive, and if your plant dies, you can just be like, hey, you want to give me a cutting? You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's really, really important to make plant insurance. I have it on my plants, and I do have it on some of them. It is, and it's scary because you buy a plant, it's beautiful, and you don't want to like cut it, right? You don't want to mess up the beautiful foliage. You're like, no, I don't want to do that. And that's okay. But if it dies, that's on you. Like, you can be like, oh, let's go buy a new one. Well, you didn't have to if you made plant insurance, but that's up to you. So I recommend. I saw a wasp for a second. I thought it was inside. If you get a plant and you just want to have a backup, make a plant insurance, propagate it. Again, each plant is different. I mean, basically, some would do better in water, some would do better in sphagnum moss, some would do better in perlite, and not even just by the plant, also by the environment where you live. If where you live is really humid, another method will be better than the other, or vice versa. Like if your area is super duper dry, same as temperature, same as lighting. But we talked about grow lights. Again, that's where grow lights are really, really good because like you don't always have full control of the sun. Okay, the sun is independent. And I'm a control freak, so if it's cloudy outside and it happens, like it'll be cloudy for a week, right? Hello, winter. You have your grow lights, and your plants are still gonna grow because they're getting the light that they need. So going back to the number 3, grow lights, girl. If you want your plants to invest, there are some cheap ones out there. Okay, I do believe you get what you pay for, but at the same time, not all the time because some things they will like jack up a price. For example, I'm gonna shade somebody, but there's a company that sells a specific nice modern design grow light, and it's beautiful. Oh, it's cute. Um, the price isn't. It'll go from like $200. Now I do have two pairs, but it was for free. And my thing is, they sent to me for a video, and I never made the video because they scared me a little bit, and that pissed them off even more. But I don't know, girl. I feel like they were way too bougie for me, and I didn't do it. But hey, don't get mad at me, girl. Okay. Excuse me. The thing is, they're great. They're great. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But they're great. Okay, my plants do okay with it. The thing is, you can DIY it. You can literally do it yourself. There's even some of the cuter designs. You can literally get a string, a power string, right? You put a grow light bulb and you put a basket. That's so boho. That is so cute, right? That's so cute. So there's ways. Incredible. See, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, what are they saying? Yeah, make plant insurance, y'all. Do plant insurance if you want to. It's up to you. Or just keep it in the back of your head, right? If you want to plant, if you're seeing bad things happening into the plant, and you don't want to lose it, make it back up. It's that simple. I don't know why everything's so difficult. Anyways, next up is shower. Oh my god, I thought it said shower with your plants. Oh, I know people do that. Am I speaking too much? Shower your plants every now and then. Okay, good. So basically, shower your plants. Basically, what I was trying to say is like, this is the next step, by the way. Like the next bullet point, the next tip that I want to tell y'all. Let me take a sip, girl. Ugh. Oops, excuse me. Over time, your plants will collect dust on the foliage. So putting in the tub and shower, or in your balcony if you're fancy. If you got a yard, if you got water hose, they're gonna start already. Um, just rinse them off, basically, right? You want to rinse off that dust that accumulates in the foliage. Damn. Alrighty. And the other reason why, depending how you water your plants, I'm gonna say my example because I'm not gonna make it too complicated. I will still make it complicated. You're gonna get I water my plants with saucers, right, or with cash pots. Basically means when you water it, there's something that captures the water. So I don't like to move my plants too much. I like to leave it with the saucer, with the cash pot, and just water when I have to water it. Over time, for example, I use my tap water, right? Or even fertilizer, like what I was talking about, it will build up minerals in the soil. It will just get, like, it would not be cute. So it's always good to rinse off your soil as well. You don't gotta go like that. Like just by simply doing with a shower head, it's gonna help everything in general. But you can also do the soil if you want to. You want to rinse off any excess minerals that was building up in the soil. So if you already top water your plants, right? Like if you like put them in the shower, or if you put them in your yard, on your patio, your porch, or your balcony, and you use a water hose, you don't really gotta worry about this step. But to those like me that live in an apartment and has everything in a cash pot or in a saucer, and it's just leaves the plants right there, it's good to rinse them off every now and then. People say to prevent pests, which sure that like I never had an issue with that yet. But what I did saw is the soil just gets nasty. Like I would water it, and you would see all that gunk going out. Like the water, it looks like sweet tea. It does not look cute. So it's really good to rinse off your soil and the foliage on your plants. Do that. Like honestly, that's something that you have to do if you leave your plants on cash pots and saucers. Saucers, by the way, is basically these plastic things. I will lift it, but I don't want to. It's these plastic things that I'll just show you, because I feel like sometimes I say things and I think I kind of ate, like I think I made sense, but then I didn't. These are saucers. See, you can kind of see how dirty it is. Now you can imagine the soil. And then cash pots are just fancy planters, right? They have no holes in the bottom. And it just holds the water. And people just put them in there for decor purposes, or for me, like I have some ugly cash pots, but I'm just using it for like the benefit, like it holds the water. So yeah, rinse off your plants, y'all. Next up is, I want some air plants so bad. I'm sorry, that's random, but I want some air plants. Know your air and get a humidifier if needed. So basically, this was me back then, but now I have so many plants that I had to get a dehumidifier. That's the opposite of what a humidifier does. It like removes the moisture from the air. But again, depending where you live, you can usually tell, you would know If you don't, they sell these little devices, which I also do have, and it will tell you the humidity and the temperature inside of your home, or you can just get one that says just specifically for the humidity, so you're aware. Usually you want to keep your home like 50-40% in average for anybody, but I know some people that live in Arizona, the air is super duper dry, and they go somewhere that's humid, it messes them up because like they're not used to it, right? But in average, even if you Google it, for a human being, it's good to have it like in the 30, 40, 50s, still okay, but you're kind of pushing it a little bit. 60s bad. My apartment and the humidity is like 50, 60. We were having wash problems with the dryer, so we fixed it now. The tubes were not connecting right, so it made sense. But when I was using the dryer, y'all, it will get like 70-80% humidity in my apartment. We don't have black mold, thank God. We did check everything. I got paranoid, so I checked everything. But know the air in your home. Some plants like to be humid. What? Some plants like a humid environment. Maybe not like 70 or 80, even though that's what they want. They can probably push, for example, like ferns, girl. That's a whole different thing. Rabbit's foot fern, they're more tolerable. The emerald jam fern, I know that one's pretty good too. Begonias, Hoya, surprisingly, honestly, I didn't know it's because I saw them like a succulent, right? Which they kind of are. They live in the desert, but they do love, they do love humidity. Hoyas love humidity. So if you're trying to find the perfect humidity for yourself and for your plants, I noticed that 50 through 60% it's okay, but anything higher than 60%, you're gonna see molds and stuff like that going on. Like there's a chance. That's why air circulation, which I didn't add in the thing, but air circulation is so important if you're gonna like try to boost that. If your air is not to 50-60% and you want to put it to that, get a humidifier. Now when you get a humidifier, I would recommend this too. I mean, it's up to you, but I would only use distilled water, I think so, for purified water, right? They sell like at cheap in gallons in the store. Run it every now and then in a room because it will be expensive and it'll be too much to do your entire home. There's another trick you can do for humidity without needing to buy a humidifier. Buy more plants. I'm just kidding. I mean, you can. Put all your plants together, put them in groups, and it will make, because over respiration, I believe, when the air releases water plants release water molecules out of the air because they're trying to suck up the water from the soil, and it would build little micro environments, so it'll be pretty humid for them. You can do that. But I invested in a humidifier because I had a plant room, or I would put my plants together and still get a humidifier, especially in the winter because the air is pretty dry, right? We're outside, and usually. And when we use the AC Central, the heater or the AC, it dries out the air. So it's really, really good to have your plants together. And if you still see crispy edges, that's another way to tell if your air is too dry. It's one of the symptoms. There could be other things too, like it could be like too much fertilizer, it could be other stuff, but put them together and that would help with humidity. If not, get a humidifier. Plants want to stay 40, 50, 60. That's what I noticed. I have a lot of calatheas now, and my problem with them, I have no problems at all anymore with humidity. My apartment's so humid, it's like 50, 60 degrees. If the AC Central is not on, it will get to 70%. That's how bad it is because I have so many plants. So I have every fan in my apartment is literally on, and I do have a dehumidifier on standby. I sometimes put it in my room because I like my room to be dry. I don't like it when my room is like, I like my room to be like 30% humidity, 40% humidity, but anything higher, it's just, I feel sticky and musty, it's gross. So I like my room to be dry. But everywhere else, I have it as normal, and I have the fans going. My AC is usually on a lot, and the fans going right, and it's still, it's like 50-60% humidity in my apartment. It's always in the 50s usually, which is pretty good. So know your air. If you want your plants to look beautiful and to thrive, a little humidity will help them. If you don't want that, then focus on getting plants that don't need humidity. There are some plants, for example, pothos, scandapsus can usually pull through. Hoyas are okay, I noticed. Tradescantii, spider plants, I don't know. There's a lot of different varieties of pothos and philodendrons, so that by itself should help. But even then, some philodendrons, when they put out a new leaf, sometimes it would not go out. And one of the main reasons why is because humidity. So again, a lot of these plants are tropical, so they're gonna want humidity, y'all. So know your air and know how much you want to pull through with and how much you want to do and how much you can see yourself doing. And if you live with other people, right, being considerate a little bit as well, knowing how much they can handle. Because, you know, some people are, majority of people are a-okay, they don't really mind the air being 50%, but then we know there will be some people that are just complaining and they won't like that. So if you're a pleaser and that stresses you out, hello, that's me, you gotta consider that. So yes, humidity, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like it would help, but too much of it, just like anything in the world, too much water. You need water. Too much of it, you will wash out all of your electrolytes in your body, and you will start feeling lightheaded and getting headaches, and you won't feel good. You need sun, right? Too much of it, you get cancer. Coffee is good for you. Honestly, 1 cup of coffee, black coffee, the way they say it, a day is pretty good for cavities. It's good for your brain, but too much of coffee can give you a heart attack. So too much of something can be bad, right? Or too little something can be bad too. So we need to find like the perfect balance, just like life. But humidity is important, or just know your area and how much you can pull. So if you don't want to make your home humid, focus on plants that don't need humidity, right? I'm saying it because like as in tips and like tips for you when you go shopping. I don't want to see you unless you just want to use it for decor, just for like temporarily. But if you want it to thrive and you buy a plant in the store that needs a lot of humidity, and you have the intention of it to thrive and be happy, you're gonna have to like either. People already try that method, like pebbles with water. It works for some people, but some people don't see anything. I'm trying to think for everybody, like, which is it's impossible, but I'm trying to like see every scenario that somebody can say or like go through. That's why like I kind of like zone out and I say a lot of things. When I can just say one thing, I try to make sure that everybody's on the same page and everybody's like understand what I'm trying to say. But again, it's hard because this is literally on a screen, girl. Like I'm not hearing what you guys have to say. So again, if you have any specific questions, leave a comment, okay? And I will do my best to respond, especially if it's a question, I'll 1000% usually answer. But yeah, know your air is gonna help you a little bit. Again, these are tips. So, next up is not all potting mixes is the same, but it's enough. I don't know about the last part, but basically, each plant. Okay, now I know what I was trying to say. Each plant likes its soil a specific way. Some like fast draining. So in your fast draining potting mix, you usually see sand, a little bit of sand, right? You'll see big pieces of bark. You'll see just big pieces of everything, like, or it will just not big, but you'll see a lot of like texture, right? You'll see a lot of that in your potting mix. And then there's other plants that like to have their soil to be moist, right? But not too moist. So a soil that retains moisture. That usually will have peat moss, sphagnum moss, not too many big pieces. For fast draining, they will also put a lot of perlite, which is that white stuff you see in the soil. There's that. So a basic potting mix will be perfectly fine, right? Because I told this to my mom because she asked me, and I told her that each plant's a little bit different. Each plant, not each plant, but like there's like a broad plants. You know, there's some that are like fast draining. There's some that like moisture retention, like to have their soil moist. And there are some that just don't really care. And she was like, "Oh my god," and I was like, "No, it's okay though. Like literally, like you can just buy a basic potting mix bag, and that's perfectly fine." I would recommend to buy another bag of perlite and mix that together, because at the end of the day, a lot of the times, especially if you top water your plants, top water basically means you put water on top. Bottom watering means you put water on the bottom, like you get a bowl or something and it has water in it and you put the plant on top. That's bottom watering. Sorry, I'm just trying to like make sure, like, because I don't know if I described that, but over time with gravity and then top watering will make the soil compact and the roots like to breathe. So you want to make sure that, you know, the roots can breathe. If it's being compact, you can already imagine what's going to happen to the soil, to the roots. They're still going to grow, they're still going to do their thing, but they won't grow, they won't thrive. They won't grow as fast, they won't look as lush and big and beautiful, right, and green, or depending on the foliage, what color it is. So it's good to have air, like gaps, not too much gaps again. Going back with not too much and not too little. A simple potting mix bag, if you don't want to get too technical, that's perfectly fine. Next year, one of my goals is, or things I would like to do, is have containers. I want to have like 3 containers. And one's gonna be labeled basic, and then the other one was gonna be labeled fast drainage. I want to get a bag of orchid mix, usually it's big pieces of bark and a little bit of pieces of charcoal and perlite. And then I'll add like literally 1/3 of that will be potty mix. The other 1/3 will be orchid bark mix, and the other 1/3 will be perlite. So making sure there's a lot of stuff going through. And what I'll put in there will maybe be like a ponytail palm, because I notice like they are always rotting whenever I see them, and I think it is they're just in moisture retention. Like they're just there's too much. When you buy them, they're usually in peat moss, which retains a lot of moisture. I'll put maybe a succulent. But yet again, I'm an underwaterer, so I probably won't really have a lot of that, or probably won't be using a lot of that. And I'll have another container that's for moisture retention. So I just want to have, I think I'll just have 2. I'll have the fast and the basic one. I think the basic, I want to put, honestly, like a lot of peat moss. I know I love peat moss. It's very fluffy, it's very soft. I think it's aesthetic, but sometimes don't mind it. I want to add some perlite and a little bit of the orchid bark mix. Just have a little bit of texture, make it look really kind of cute, right? But majority, I want it to be like perlite and a lot of peat moss and a little bit of a basic potty mix of potty mix, because I want it to have a little bit of organic matter in there, right? So not all soil mixtures are the same. Don't get too much into it. Like, don't stress about it, basically. But if you want to, and if you do it, your plants would usually thank you, right? They're gonna like, if you do the research on like their natural habitat and how they grow, they're gonna appreciate that, because you're giving them exactly what they're designed to grow in, right? But plants are really, really resilient. They will grow in anything. They will grow in water. So don't stress about that too much. But if you want to, you can look into that. And for example, you're not gonna get a mixture of like peat moss and potty mix and perlite, and I'm not gonna put it on a succulent, right? And if I'm an overwater or just a waterer, I can see the succulent dying, especially if it's like in a dark spot or like not in a spot that's bright enough, or if my home is pretty cold, it's not gonna let that water go out, and it's gonna rot the roots because that moisture is sitting in there for too long. So there's a whole thing of potty mixes. Don't stress about it too much. It's not that relevant. It's not that important. But if you want to get into that, your plants will thank you. So it's just that extra step if you want to. It's like sprinkles. You don't gotta add sprinkles to a cupcake, but who doesn't love sprinkles? Who doesn't want to make it look pretty? So hope that makes a little bit of sense. Okay, next up is use neem oil or other preventative care. So this is what I'm dealing with, and I'm getting punished so badly about this. This video is getting so long. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm kind of am a little bit. You know what I mean? I like to talk a lot. And my coffee girl. Hello. But my mom got me this. I said it before, but if you haven't heard me, Mama got me this at Walmart. It's kind of cute. It came with the 4 sets. So, and they're all gingerbread houses. It's not a fart, by the way. It's my sofa. And they're a little bit different, so it's kind of cute. So so I'm burping. So I'm a burper. I burp a lot. I'm a gassy person. What was I saying? Yeah. So when you get a plant, inspect. I mean, this is not on my list, but I'm gonna just say it. When you get a plant, it's good to inspect it. It's good to quarantine that plant. I'm lazy, girl. I already want to see it where I imagined it to put it. Because now when I buy a plant, I like to think, where am I gonna put this plant? Unless if I really like it, like it, how it looks, then I don't really think about that. But when I go shopping, I like look into my apartment and I'm like, where's some bald spots that I want to fix other than my head? So I lost my train of thought. Inspect your plants, quarantine them. Oh my god. Quarantine basically means on your plants is you put it away from everything else. Plants. Just in case it has something like mealybugs, scale, ooh, scary, or infections, right? Because they can get that. You want to make sure it doesn't spread to other plants. So quarantine it. I don't really do that, but if you want to be better than me, do that. If you want to prevent big problems happening, like what I'm going through right now, do that. And if it's perfectly fine, then there's a lot of things you can use. One of the popular ones that is used a lot. I I hate when my coffee is cold, girl. I actually don't mind. I'm not really picky with my food. Unless people that will eat food that's like only hot, not cold, I will eat whatever. When it comes to my coffee, coffee just is different when it's cold. I mean, if it wasn't intended to be cold, like if there's no ice in here, right? And I'm not treating it like an iced coffee, it don't taste good. Okay, so neem oil is one of the popular ones you can use in your plants. Neem oil is a preventative, not really to get rid of something. I use it no matter what because I like the way it makes my plants look shiny. Neem oil, as the name says it, it's I don't even know what the hell it is. I know what it is, but I kind of forgot. It's like a nut, something like that, and they extract it. And it's a whole different stuff. You want to make sure that it's like cold pressed and raw. That's the thing too. Those are more effective than just any other neem oil. It builds a layer on your plants and it makes them look shiny and pretty. And when a bug bites it, that's from what I know, it will clog its throat and it won't be able to eat and it will just die out of starvation. Skinny, honestly, so skinny. Like honestly, goals. Anyways, I'm sorry that I just triggered somebody. Yeah, so if your plants are perfectly fine, use preventative care. It would help a lot, and it would make sure that you. I know when I started, I was like a virgin. I didn't had no pest problems, and I was so loud about it. I was one of those people. I was like, I've never had any problems, never, and I didn't knock on wood, I guess, and I got, girl, I got hit by so many things at once. I was going Britney, girl. I was literally gonna toss all my plants away. I even put, I think I have a video. I think I put it on private because people were getting mad. I put a lot of the plants on trash bags. I was just not. I got hit by scale, mealybugs, spider mites, and some sort of mold on the soil. Like, oh my god, it was so bad. It was disgusting. And one thing for me, I don't mess with bugs. Okay, I don't like spiders at all. I don't like spiders at all. I hate spiders. So, preventative care is important. Inspect your plants when you buy it. Quarantine them if you want to be bougie like that. And then use some like neem oil or something like that to like build a layer of protection. It's like a face mask, right? Not like the cute ones, like the face mask from like COVID. Again, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not triggering people by saying COVID or like the skinny thing because other people are like struggle with stuff like that. Anyways, so yeah, preventative care is important, especially if you plan to have a big collection, like me. I had a bigger one, but girl, I know that some people have big collections. Like I envy them. I'm just like how. I mean, I work at home now, so I can get to that step again. But oh my god, the burnout is so real. And then I went to vacation. My plants, all of them died. Well, not all of them, but half of them were like they were just bad. I'm being dramatic. I mean, there was a few that died. I had my mom come over and she watered them for me. I ordered her pizza and she was like, DoorDash. And then last but not least, I'm a very long video because I don't know how to shut up. I don't edit my videos, girl. Y'all already know that. Very little. It's like it's FaceTime, bestie. Last one is it's okay if you kill a plant. Like I'm being for real. Like, oh my god, back then people made me feel like it wasn't really a lot of people. It was just I would see how other people would treat other people, right? I never had. It was very rare. Like maybe once or twice a year, I'll see a comment of somebody like, "Wow, you can't. That's so bad. Like you're terrible," right? Stuff like that. But I remember seeing other people doing like getting rid of plants. The way people were getting after them, like I'm just like, it's their money. It's their plants, right? And stop getting like that. Like, do you cry when you eat a lettuce? Like, be for real. Like, be FFR. Like, honestly, like what? My mom, she gets mad when I throw a plant. I don't throw my plants away anymore. Very rare. Back then I used to throw them. I didn't care. It was my money, okay? And she would get mad at me, like mad, girl. And I'm just like, girl, please, girl. Like, do you cry when you eat a lettuce? Do you feel bad when you eat that burger? Those are actual things, girl. Like that burger you ate yesterday, do you feel bad? I didn't saw no tear going down. Like, excuse me. Like, this is my collection, okay? And I know what she's coming from, but it's like, Don't make me feel bad. Like, I already feel bad. So bad that I just couldn't. I'm just weak. I just threw it away because I was just not having it. I had other things to worry about and stress about. Oh my God, I'm getting personal. I literally, at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your plant. You do it, okay? And anybody that gets mad at you, just be like, girl, shut up, girl. Like, look at the mirror, okay? Um, basically, and that's why. So what I do now is I give the plants to her, so much so that she's running out of space. That was back then, okay? Excuse me. So yeah, don't feel bad, y'all. Like, literally, I'm burping so much, just like literally insane. Yeah, it's just coffee. There's like barely anything in there. I'm gonna pour it out. There's like a teaspoon in there. I'm saving it. I have more in the machine, but don't feel bad, literally. And I'm happy that now in the community, especially like, well, where I see, I don't really look at people's videos anymore because the comment section sometimes gets me triggered. And for some reason, I like to click videos that have drama or like just have like something controversial. Um, the plant shopping are always fun, like watching people's plant shopping videos, especially like Plant Me, Ashley Anita, and then Melissa. There's this guy too that does it a lot too. I like seeing what they have in their big box stores, and I'm so surprised. I forgot his name, but I'm bad with names. Y'all already know that. I literally have to label my plants because I'm so bad at names. I forgot my birth year, my birth, when I was born. I forgot, but I remembered. For some reason, I know my social security number, but I don't know. I forget my phone number sometimes. Should I be concerned? Um, and yeah, like he goes to Home Depot. I don't know if I will say something. Maybe you know. He goes to Home Depot and he finds so many good plants. He finds like variegated string of hearts easily every time he goes, and I'm just like, I have one, but I want more. I can propagate it, but they're a little bit finicky. They're like $14.98 in his videos, and I'm just like, now I know what y'all mean when y'all watch my plant shopping videos. I'm just like, can you mail it for me? Like, I'll pay you double. Like, literally mail that to me. Like, don't feel bad if you kill a plant. Don't stress about it. Don't let anybody make you feel down or bad if you kill a plant. It's the process of learning. These plants are here for us, girl. Okay? That's their purpose, to make us happy, to make us feel satisfied, fulfilled, and to learn with them. So you can pass it down to your loved ones or to people that you care about and teach them about the things that you learned about caring for plants. It's good to like learn by the book, but one of the best ways to learn is by experience, and that's one of the best ways to learn if you kill a plant. So if you kill a plant, you don't know what's going on. Okay, maybe like you gotta like reflect a little bit. But if you know why you killed it, right? Or at some point you sit down and you thought about it, and you realize what killed it. Voila. So they're plants. If you have plant insurance, well, there you go. You got a backup and you got experience. If you don't, then just you can go to the store and get another one, or like go on Etsy and like buy the same one. That's probably hard to find, but you have to pay like double, triple, quadruple. But it's okay though. So don't feel bad if you kill a plant. I can't stress that enough. Like literally, when I see that in my comment section of anybody, like I've never seen it, but if I see somebody bashing somebody else, I will ban you like on my channel, because like don't do that. Like, but nobody does it here because everybody gets it. We've all been there. So it's okay. Like, it will be concerning if you have never killed a plant before, right? It's like either you're lying or either you are playing it too safe, or maybe you're just really good. Heaven knows. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really do hope. I was intending this video to be like 15 minutes long, but it became more into a chit chat video, and I think it's an hour long. I don't even know. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That was my list on how to care for these plants. I kid you not, like I can show you, but I'm just trying to see you guys cannot see other stuff in here. And my computer. I literally like made this list. When was it? Oh, it said December 4th. I have my little. It's so tiny. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did another video. I think it's my top 10 plants for beginners. I'm not gonna go ahead and put those. Even though you know me, I preach about the golden pothos. I won't. Because I know that's so cliche. Am I gonna put a Dracaena? Am I gonna put a snake plant? Well, it's different birds, snake plants, so that. Yeah, so that's probably gonna be for tomorrow's video. I'm gonna make another coffee and like probably film it up right now. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're new and you watched this far, we're already best friends. So why not subscribe and just like chill with me every day until you get burned out by me, or I get burned out by posting, because like my audience already knows that I will post like for a week and then go not posting for a week because I'm a mess. So sending out positive vibes, wishing all the best. It is the holidays time, so don't go too crazy with those Thanksgiving or Christmas cactuses. If you know, you know, or those beautiful pines. I kind of want to buy one, but I'm scared. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.